It's dark in here because it's currently 10:12 p.m., but it is release day for Light Wielder by Rachel Schneider, and I've been waiting so long for this. If you watched my previous video, it was probably my previous video, I finished rereading Metal Slinger, which was the first book in this series. I read it last year for the first time, really liked it, did a reread, and finished it literally just like an hour ago. And I actually upped my rating on it. I enjoyed it more the second time. But Light Wielder, the second book, just came out today and it's on Kindle Unlimited. So I've already downloaded it. The very first thing I see is a letter addressed to Acker. I'm really scared. I'm really scared, especially with how the first book ended. I actually forgot how the first book ended. And so rereading it again kind of like broke my heart. But the first part's a letter addressed to him. Okay, I'm really scared. We're gonna start reading this. It's still technically release day. I know it's late, but I'm happy that I'm at least starting it today. I know the air conditioning is probably really loud, but holy crap, I am having the time of my life with this book. I'm only 17% of the way in, and I just do not want to put it down. I'm about to have to go run some errands, and I just don't want to stop reading. It is so good. So this actually takes place 4 years after the first book ended, which I was really scared about. I felt like I'd feel disconnected from the story. I just didn't know how I'd feel about it, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. Acker and Jovi are obviously not together anymore, and they're fighting a war. Their people are at war, and they, although like they want to beat the other one, they still have this like love for each other, and they have this power because they're matched, like they are mates, and they have this power because of that to where they can like transport themselves in like a ghostly, like corporeal, how do you say that word, corporeal form to where the other person is. And Acker just did that in Jovi's war tent, but she thought it was a dream, but he was actually there, and it was like such a good scene. I'm obsessed. I'll talk more about it once I get home later because I really do need to leave, but I'm loving it. Look at how beautiful that is in the light. I will never get over avocado toast, specifically for breakfast, but especially with sriracha on top. Like, it's literally glowing, and that just looks so good to put into my body. We ended up going fishing later that day at this little pond somewhere in Austin just because we had the day off. I'm not really in any of these videos, but they're just gonna be really fun to look back on one day.
Oh. Hey, somebody get a video of this, but don't get the fish. Oh, this one's almost right there, his eye too.
I ended up being the only one that did not catch a fish. Literally everyone else, we all went fishing and everyone else caught one. Granted, they were all very small, but I'm the only one that didn't get anything. I had to wake up early this morning and go get blood work done, so I'm not in the best mood. I've gotten so much better with getting blood work done. Up until like last year, I would have to lay down and I would be crying at the ripe age of 25. I'd be crying to the doctor like I'm so scared, and they're like, girl, it's totally fine, but I just have always had such a big fear of needles. I've gotten better. I can now sit up. I just still have to look the other way, but I can sit up and talk through it. It's been a process, but I'm getting there. I got a full like panel done, just like normal yearly blood work. I love doing yearly blood work though, because I'm not health conscious. Like what's it called? I have really bad health anxiety. I want to make sure that everything's going good. Anyway, got that done. The only thing that's going to save me today is reading this freaking book because I am loving it. It has potential to be my favorite book of the year. I know we're only halfway through the year, but that's how much I'm loving it so far. I'm 70% of the way through, 69 to be exact, which is chapter 41. It says I only have 3 hours, 44 minutes left, which kind of sucks because I wanted to finish it today, but I also don't because I want to like draw the book out. That's how much I'm loving it. I don't want it to end. I love these characters so much. I love this storyline. I told y'all I was scared about the 4-year time jump after the first book ended. but there was nothing to be scared of. This is so good. It's so good. We're seeing, or well, no, we still are, but the book obviously started with Jovi and Acker being enemies with the way the first book ended. So Jovi is the queen of Melee, and Acker is still the prince of Kenta. His dad is still the king, and those territories are at war right now. And so they're literally enemies. They're fighting against each other. Obviously, like, plans arise between the different territories, and they end up coming back together. And that moment, the build up to them seeing each other again for the first time after 4 years, was so good. It was done so well. And the tension, it's crazy because it's like, yes, they're enemies, but they're also matched, which in this book, that's like their mates. And so even though they hate each other, it's like that love is still there deep down. Like, they're killing each other's, like, military, their armies, and yet they're still like, oh, but it's just done so well. The tension between them, having them being enemies, but also still having like that one little kernel of like, she's still my mate and like we're still in love. I love it. They're getting better. I would say they're still kind of enemies. They don't really trust each other, but they have had a few little, like, what is it called? Not rendezvous. Is that what the definition of rendezvous is? I don't know. But there's been like one or two moments to where they like kind of sneak off, it's so good. It's so, so good. There's been a few plot twists. I was over at my brother-in-law's house last night for the UFC fight. The boys were watching it. I was not. I was reading. And a big plot twist happened, and I literally sat up on the couch and I was like, and everyone was like, what? I was like, you don't understand what just happened. Like, something crazy just happened. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, this is on the path to being a 5-star. I'm not even joking. It very well could be. And if it's not, then it's going to be like a 4.75. It's definitely in my top 3 books so far this year. It's so good. I guess for it to be a 5-star, it really depends on like how everything comes together, how it ends. I don't know how I think it's going to end. Part of me wants them to all have a happily ever after, but part of me thinks that's also really boring. Like, something has to happen. I have a feeling someone's gonna die, and I have a feeling it's gonna be one of 2 people or one of 3 people. And if that's the case, I know it's gonna be emotional and I'm gonna cry, and I'm not really ready for it. But I think that would be a better ending than just like, I don't know. Sometimes I think every single person getting a happily ever after is just too boring for me. That, I know that's sad. Like, everyone should that I like get a happily ever after, but like. So yeah, I don't know if I want to lay in bed or sit here on the couch. It's a very cloudy, humid day. And I'm just gonna let myself relax and read. That is all I want to do. And after I get my blood work done, I've done this for the past like 2 years that I've been getting regular blood work done. I treat myself. I'm like, you can do whatever you want that day because you made it through the scariest thing in the world, getting blood work done. I need to shut these blinds, really get the mood right in here. I know y'all probably can't hear me that well because of the fan, but it is like 11 p.m. right now, and I have an hour and 49 minutes left in this book. I think I kind of want to try to finish it tonight. I don't want to because I don't want the book to be over with because I'm having such a good time with it, but I also do want to finish it, so I think I'm going to try to go for it. We'll see. If I start now and then just, like, read straight through the hour 49 minutes, it's gonna already be almost 1 a.m. by the time I finish. But I usually stay up till like 3. I'm a night owl, so yeah, let's see if we can finish this. What the fuck was that ending? Oh my god. I ended up finishing, I almost said Rights of the Starling. That was a new release that I read, but that was a few months ago. Lightwielder. Oh my god, why could I not remember the name? I had the best time with this book. The absolute best time. I can already tell you it's one of my favorite books of the year so far. I love these characters. I love the storyline. I liked the second book way better. Not way better, but I did like the second book better than the first book. And that says a lot because a lot of the times sequels aren't done right. And this one was done perfect, in my opinion. I was really scared of the 4-year time jump, but it was executed perfectly. And I just love Jovi and Acker and Messer and Bo and literally every single person in this book. I love them so much. So I don't really know what to say. I thought it was great. The only part that I was like even slightly bored at was towards the end during the battle, but besides that, I loved everything else about it. Like, I think that the way that the author went about portraying them as enemies, because in the beginning of the book, they are enemies and they're each leading their own armies against each other. So like they're killing each other's men. And at the same time, they're still matched, which means like they're bonded, they're mates. And they have this like special ability to where they can like see into each other's minds and like see what that person's doing, or they can like appear as in like a apparition, or I think I said this earlier in the video, like in a corporeal, I still don't know what I'm trying to say when I say that word. They can just like appear as an apparition where the other person is, but because of that and because they're now enemies, they're having to wear these like special stones. I don't know how you pronounce them. I've been saying manji stones. That's probably not how you say it, but it like suppresses the ability for the other person to do that, so they can't like spy on each other. You know what I'm saying? But so what I'm trying to get at is like they're enemies. They're killing each other's men. They hate each other, but at the same time, they can't deny that they're bonded. They're mates. And so there's like that teeny tiny little baby piece of both of them that's like, I miss this person and like I know I'm supposed to be with them, but like it's unfortunate that we're enemies. And the way that it was just executed was so perfect. It really was. The way that like they would occasionally slip into each other's presence while they were still enemies, and like those scenes were so good. They were so good. I applaud Rachel Schneider for this book. It was so good. So the reason, or I guess I didn't even tell y'all what I'm rating it yet. I am giving it a 4.75 stars. Yep, it was so close to being a 5 stars. I don't know. Like I said, the battle scene at the end was the only part, and it was only like 2 chapters long. But I was just a little bit bored during that. And there were a lot of grammar mistakes in this. And I'm really surprised because this has been picked up. This series has been picked up. It's traditionally published now. I'm like 99% sure. So like I have the indie copy of Metal Slinger, and there's a lot of errors in that because it was indie published. You know, like she published it herself. I mean, she may have had an editor, but it wasn't this like big company, you know? So I don't know. When that one got traditionally published, I'm pretty sure they went back and like re-edited it, you know? So like some of the grammar was fixed. This one was just like automatically traditionally published, and there were so many errors. I mean, I'm talking like sentences that kind of made no sense. Words were completely omitted. Like it would just skip full words and sentences, and like there would be like wrong punctuation. And I'm just like, wait, what? Not that that is what really contributes to taking away from the book for me, because I understood what they were saying, you know. But I'm like so surprised about that. There were so many errors in this. Anyway, giving it a 4.75 stars. I will be thinking about this book for a long time. The way that it ended, I don't know if I'm going to end up putting the video in here, but I did bawl my eyes out during the, I almost said eulogy. Oh my God. During the epilogue. Yeah, it was like 2:30 in the morning, and I was bawling my eyes out. I think I said earlier in the video that I had a guess that like one of 3 people, I had 3 guesses on who was going to die, if anyone even died. I just said I just was saying like if someone's going to die, I think it's going to be one of these 3 people. One of those people did die. And I was really, really sad. It was a really unfortunate ending, and this is the only context I'm going to give you. It kind of gave Harry Potter vibes about a specific animal. That's all I'm going to say. And then the book like ended, like I read the last chapter and I was like, well, that person's dead. Like, wow. And I was already tearing up. I turned the page, and I keep almost saying eulogy. The epilogue was in that person's point of view. And I was like, no. I was like, is this going to be in their final dying moments? And like, they're going to be talking about like the people they're gonna miss, and like I was not ready, and I instantly started crying. I started crying before I even read it. Like I read epilogue and then the person's name whose point of view it was in, and I was already crying. It ended up being okay. It was a pretty big plot twist. Everyone's okay. This person did not end up dying, but they almost did, and I was a mess. But it's okay. Everyone technically did have no, not everyone, but everyone that I cared about had a happy ending. So I'm glad about that. But end of the day, 4.75 stars. It was so, so, so good. One of my favorite books of the year so far. And I highly recommend you read this series if you haven't already, but you have to start with Metal Slinger. Don't forget. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I had the time of my life reading this and filming this for y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on everything down below, my Fable and my Goodreads. They're always linked down below so you can kind of see updates in real time with me. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.